everyone, welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Blair and today I'm sharing a little bit of a haul with you. I picked up a few things recently from the cosmetics company store, and pretty much everything I picked up was from Tom Ford, and these things were amazing prices, and I was just dying to sit down and play with them, and I figured I would just turn the camera on and do it with you. So if you're interested in what I got at the cosmetics company store and how I got this makeup look, keep watching and let's go ahead and get started. We're gonna go ahead and get started. This is kind of a different video. I've never done a video using anything from the cosmetics company before. I just was not aware of all the good deals you could get at this store, and I went a week or two ago and I got some really good things. Pretty much everything is from Tom Ford, and I figured we would just sit down and put it all on today and test it out because I've been dying to try these things out. The first thing that I got, maybe what I'm most excited about, because this has been on my wish list for years, and I'm not kidding, years, because I just could never justify the price, I felt like. Anyway, I got the Tom Ford eyeshadow quad in number 3 nude dip, and the best part is somehow I got this palette for $19. $19. Look at these shades. Like, I don't really want to even use it because it's so pretty, but we are going to use it. This has just always been the palette of his that just spoke to me the most, and they had it it was 60% off, and then you got an additional 10% off that day for some reason, and then I think it was another 5% off. It was something really crazy. So I'm first going to just prime my eyes with my NARS eyeshadow base. Now that I've primed my eyes, we'll go ahead and get started with the eyes. So I don't even know what I want to do with this palette. It's just so pretty. I love it. Okay, I think I'm going to go in with this one in the corner. This is a shimmer, but it's kind of a grayish silvery shimmer, and I'm gonna take some of this on a BK Beauty 202, and we're gonna put this above my crease. Ooh, this is actually more pigmented than I thought it was gonna be. So you guys have to let me know, have you heard of these stores? And I don't know what I've been doing. I'd heard of them before, but I just never really paid attention. But you could find some good stuff in there. Okay, that color is really nice. So let me know if you knew about this store, because I did not. So these shades, or this shade so far, has like no fallout at all, which is not surprising. Probably could have done my face first. I was thinking, oh, if I have fallout, I'll just do my eyes first. But it's not looking like we're gonna have much fallout here. That color is stunning. It's very different. It's kind of a perfect color for like a crease shade because it's kind of a grayish undertone, like a shadow would be. It's really pretty. Okay, so now what should we use? Let's go in with the dark brown, and I'm gonna use that same brush. Keep my eye open and just add a little bit of darkness and feather what's left into the crease. So it's interesting, these shadows look like they have a good bit of iridescence or a slight shimmer to them in the pan, but then when you put it on your eyes, it doesn't really look like it has a ton of shimmer in it. Ooh, it's pretty. This is like a perfect, subtle, neutral palette. He has so many. They had a ton actually at the cosmetics company store. I just have always wanted this one. I want to use both of the shimmer shades in this palette. So I'm going to take some MAC Fix Plus. I did not buy this there, but I should have. They had a double pack of this Fix Plus in the regular size, and it was, I don't remember how much it was, but it was very inexpensive for 2 full sizes. I really should have bought that, but anyway, I am gonna take this light pearly pink. I'm just going to pack this on the lid. Ooh, that's super pretty. Kind of has a frosty finish to it. I'm actually gonna test it with my finger and see. Okay, yeah, so this color, at least you get more pigment with your finger for sure. Yeah, a lot more. I feel like that's just the way shimmers are. They always seem to apply the best with your fingers. Okay, and now we'll take the lightest shade, this really pretty light gold, and I'm gonna take this with my pinky finger. Ooh, yeah. Wow. So pretty. Okay, yeah, your finger is definitely the way to go here, for sure. Wow, that is pretty. Oh my gosh. Love these colors together. It's pretty cool toned, which I like cool tones. I don't always gravitate towards them in palettes, but this is really, really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna go back into that first shade we used, the grayish color, and I'm gonna go back into the crease. This color, it may be my favorite in the palette. It's very deceiving, I feel like, in the pan, because it looks like it's a really light shade, but when you put it on their eyes, there's a good bit of color to it. Oh, that's so pretty. Okay, then I'm just gonna take a little more of the brown in the same brush. This is probably my most used eyeshadow brush. It's BK Beauty 202, and it's just the perfect size. You can blend with it. You can really pack on color with it. It's just a really versatile brush. I feel like in the pan, maybe it's just me, this palette is like, oh, that's like nothing special, but then when you put it on the eyes, oh my gosh. Okay, I'm gonna stop right there for now because I'll just keep on adding things. But so far, loving this palette. I love it even more because I got it for $19. Okay, I did apply my Charlotte Tilbury corrector, and now we'll move on to foundation. And when I saw this there, I thought this was a joke. Like, how could they have this? I just don't understand. Anyway, I got the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate Soft Radiance foundation. Yes, this is the one that retails for $150. This foundation was 60% off, then an additional 10, then an additional 5. I don't know why. I don't know if it was like a promo that was going on the day that I went in there. I don't know, but I feel like I paid like $38 maybe, under $40 for this. I mean, it was something insane. So I had to try it. I could not leave there without this. So I knew I had to do a video on it. I got the shade 3.7 Champagne. This does have sunscreen in it. Let's see. SPF 50. Wow. I did not know that. Okay. Yeah, it has SPF 50, and I believe this is supposed to be a medium coverage foundation with some radiance to it. So we will see. So this color should be okay for me right now because I have a little bit of a tanner on. But I do think in the wintertime this may be a little bit dark for me. But anyway, so here's the bottle. Obviously, it's beautiful. The cap is magnetic. Not that these things matter, because they don't. But if you love makeup, then you're fascinated by things like this, like me. I don't know, this color might be okay. So that is 3.7 cashmere. That was not a full pump. I really haven't watched or seen any reviews on this either, to be honest. So I don't know a whole lot about it other than it's the foundation that costs $150. That's what I know about it. So we will see. I'm gonna bring some down my neck. One thing I will say right off the bat, it has a very strong smell. It smells like lavender. It smells very good. I love lavender scents. I wish, I said this before, I'm not a huge fan of fragrance in foundation or makeup in general. Skincare, I just feel like it's not necessary. But I know they do that because people like smells and they like things that smell good. But it does have a strong smell. And I'm going to use this to blend this out. This I also got from the cosmetic company store. This is my favorite Smashbox blurring foundation brush, but they had it in a set with 4 other brushes, and I'll show you the brushes in a minute, but I got it because I really actually would love to have a second one of these brushes because I use it all the time. Okay, so I would definitely agree. There's definitely a radiance to this foundation, but it's definitely just a soft radiance, which actually, is that what this is called? Yeah, soft radiance. I would agree with that. So I'm just blending. It's blending in very easily. So there it is. So this was 3/4 of a pump. I would agree it's a medium coverage. It's definitely not full coverage. You can definitely still see some of my redness on my cheek area, but it's very pretty. It definitely has a dewiness to it that I'm sure you can see on camera. Yeah, it's pretty. Very, very pretty. I'm gonna add a little bit more since I didn't even use a full pump. See if it builds up at all. Okay, I'm gonna bring some over my ears as well. Okay, so it definitely does build up because it definitely built the coverage on my cheek area for sure. Definitely a very skin-like looking foundation. Look at my, yeah, I mean, it looks beautiful. It does. It looks like skin. And I would say it definitely does have that radiance to it, but it almost has, I would say it's more of a natural finish. It definitely is not dewy. It just has a slight luminous quality to it. It's very pretty though. Very pretty. I need to give it a little bit to sit on my skin and assess whether or not, what my final thoughts on this are. I don't know that there is a foundation out there worth $150, but my first impression is this is a beautiful foundation. I'm looking over here because I have a mirror over here. But, you know, $150 is a bit much. That's a lot for a foundation, and yeah, I don't know, but $38, I like it. Very pretty. I did want to show you these brushes real quickly. So these are the 5 brushes that came in the set that I got, and the set I think was like $30. It was less than what this one brush would cost on its own. It's insane to me. It was called the Essentials brush set, I think, and you get the blurring foundation brush, which I love. You get the angled blush brush, which I've told you guys I've been loving angled brushes for blush lately. Then you get the multitasking detailer brush. So this is just like a little pointed brush you could use for eyeshadow or anything you need a really small, precise brush for. Then we have this, which is called the Contour Shadow. Looks like just a really fluffy shadow brush. And then you get the Precise Brow and Liner Brush. So it's a really tiny angled brush, which I love. I use this kind of brush all the time for winged liner with eyeshadow. So this is a great brush set. If you see this for this price, I would highly recommend these. Okay, so I did go ahead and apply some concealer. I used my Dior Forever Skin Correct, if you're curious, and a little bit of powder. And now we're gonna move on to bronzer. And again, when I found this at the cosmetics company store, I could not believe that they had this product, and it's from Tom Ford. Again, it's the Soleil Glow Bronzer, so it's the really big bronzer in his collection, and this is in the shade Terra. It comes in two shades, Terra and Gold Dust. Gold Dust has a good bit of shimmer to it, and then Terra is more of a matte bronzer. So this is what it comes in, the pretty white Tom Ford packaging. Again, this was a ridiculously good price, you guys. Actually, let me go see if I can find my receipt. Hold on. Okay, so I found my receipt. I paid $40.32 for this bronzer. Originally $112. Insane. So this is what the packaging looks like. I mean, again, not that packaging is everything, because it's not, but I mean, I actually have a mini size of this bronzer that I really like. So when I saw it in the full size, I was like, yeah, I'm afraid I have to buy it. They also had just a bunch of random brushes at this store too. Like they had a bunch of MAC brushes, Too Faced, they had the Smashbox brushes. They just had a bunch of them. So you could, I feel like this is kind of one of those stores, if you hit it at the right time, you could definitely get some good deals for sure. I'm just gonna add some bronzer. So this is a matte bronzer, like I was saying, so there's no shimmer or anything in this one. Oh, so pretty. And then I'm gonna take some on my jawline and bring some down my neck as well. I just love makeup. I can't help it. It just gets me so excited. So there is the bronzer, and as you can see, very, very pretty. It's definitely more of, it's very warm, but it's a neutral warm. It's not an orangey warm bronzer, which I love, and I feel like because this is so big, this would last you for a really long time. So very excited about this. Another thing I wanted to mention is, if you're wondering, these stores do not all have the same products, because I actually have two stores within driving distance of me, and I went to both of them. The first one is where I got all of these things except one. Some of the stores definitely have better stuff. So if you have multiple, I would suggest going to all of them and seeing what you can find, because they do also have a clearance section in the back, and everything at the clearance is 75% off. So anyway, I would recommend, if you have more than one, going to each one. Okay, now I'm gonna apply some blush off camera. I did not get a blush. They had tons of blushes. They had Bobbi Brown, Too Faced, Tom Ford. They didn't have any Tom Ford blushes. I wish they had a Tom Ford blush, so I will definitely be back to see if I can find any. But I did not get a blush, so I'm gonna do that off camera, and then we'll move on to the last few products. Actually, I figured I'll just do it on camera because I want to use this blush brush from the brush set. So I am going to go in with this. This is from Patrick Ta. I did not get this at the cosmetic company store, but this is one of his blushes in the shade She's Sincere. It's just a pretty nude. This is a really soft brush. So this reminds me of my Sonia Kashuk angled blush brush that I always tell you guys that I love from Target. That's what this reminds me of. It's so soft. And it's the perfect size for blush. Bring some on my nose as well. Okay, now we're gonna move back to the eyes and we're gonna go back into our palette. And I think I'm gonna take the shade we put in the crease, which is the taupey gray color. And I'm just gonna take a tiny bit of that color and drag that under my eyes. Then I'm gonna use this. So this I got, how much did I pay for this? I think this was like $8 maybe. Yeah, $8. I got this baby little Tom Ford eyeshadow. It's just one of his single shadows and it's in the shade Breathless. And I wasn't even planning on using it with the nude palette or nude dip palette at the time, but look how cute this little baby eyeshadow is. These are so cute. So you flip this little gold part out and then it flips out like this. But this is such a pretty silvery shimmer. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell, but it's very pretty, very sparkly. So what I thought I would do is take this and I think I'm just gonna tap a little bit of this on my lid as well so you can see it. So I'm just gonna tap it just right in the center and it just kind of amps up that shine in the center of the lid, which I love. So this, again, $8. I think this retailed for like $36, I want to say. $8, you guys. $8. Now I am going to apply a little bit of eyeliner and then we'll move on to a lip product. So I put on some mascara and I also I'm trying to teach myself to apply individual lashes. So I've literally been sitting here for like 45 minutes trying to apply a few. I did get a few of them on, but I'm still kind of playing around with them. So I did that and now we're gonna move on to one last product, which was a lipstick. And this is, again, from Tom Ford. It's one of the Lip Color Satin Matte lipsticks. And it's in the shade Blush Honey. Again, in the really pretty black and gold packaging that I love. And it's just a really pretty nude. That's it right there. Super nice and pretty. I only have one other Tom Ford lipstick and I didn't get it from the cosmetics company store, but it's a little more pinky, not as nude. So I'm gonna apply a little bit of this. This lipstick is so creamy. I also did apply a little bit of KKW Beauty Nude No. 1 lip liner on my lips, and this is the final look. Do I have a lip gloss in here? Yeah, I'm just gonna top this off with a little bit of a lip gloss. And that will be it, you guys. Ooh, one other thing I did want to do real quickly is I'm going to go into the bronzer. And I'm just going to take that same BK Beauty 202 brush. And I'm just going to add a little bit of this to the crease just so I don't lose that bronzy color that we have on the face from the bronzer. So there is that. And the one last thing I did want to share, I used a little bit of this from Bobbi Brown. This is the Longwear Gel Eyeliner in Caviar Ink. I used that for this little wing I have going on. I did not get this at the cosmetic company store either, but this is the final look. So that is it for this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments if you've been to this store before. I still cannot believe the things that I found, and I was so excited to say the least, and I could not wait to sit down and play with these things. If you can find this nude dip palette, especially for $19, I mean, I love it. I mean, look at this eyeshadow, and it was so easy and effortless. I mean, it did not take me any time to do this eyeshadow, and I just love these colors. So pretty. Love it. I love this bronzer. Again, if you can find it and you like a matte, I would say it's like a medium in terms of tone bronzer, and you need a new one, or maybe you don't, you just want one. This is a really nice one, and again, I feel like this will last you forever. The foundation, you guys. I'm looking at it here up close, and I have to tell you, it looks beautiful. It does. The finish of it is stunning. Yeah. I mean, it looks good. It looks really good. It looks so skin-like. Do I think it's worth $150? Probably not. You can get a very similar effect with other foundations, but the fact that I was able to get this for $40 is crazy to me. So this will definitely be more of a special occasion foundation for me, but if you have one of these stores in your area, I would highly recommend going and seeing what they have. Like I said, they don't all have the same things. Also, I love this lip color. Such a pretty, I would say more of a deep nude, but so nice. And that is going to be it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you thought. What's your favorite thing that I picked up, or something that you'd be interested in trying? Make sure to Google and see if you have one of these stores in your area. They're typically in outlet malls, and so much fun if you love makeup. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Go follow me on Instagram at simply.blair. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Remember, simply be you. Bye.